Hi guys! So today I am here with Nerdy Senpai, and
Hi.
we decided to record a Twitch etiquette little video today.
That we've wanted to record forever because
It's
we have
been a
so much
while.
to say.
Yeah, lots of Twitch chatters being Twitch chatters, not knowing how to behave in chat.
Yeah, for real.
We can start out with the big one if you want. We have the self-promotion thing where like
Hmm.
people come in and advertise and just kind of go
Yeah,
fucking crazy with that.
yeah.
What was like your most intense experience with somebody trying to like advertise themselves?
Um, the thing that bothers me the most is when they advertise themselves, but in like a sneaky way, where they'll
Mm-hmm.
just talk about their stream. And I feel like I had somebody who would come in and always just be like, "Okay, I'm gonna go stream now. Thanks, bye."
Oh
And I
god.
eventually banned them because I was like, can you not, like, it's so rude. Can you not do that every single time? I feel like if
Mm-hmm.
somebody actually self promotes, it's so easy to just be like, hey, don't self promote when they're just like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm a streamer. But when
Mm-hmm.
people come in and they're just like, bye, I'm gonna go stream
I'm
now.
going to stream. See ya.
Like,
It's so
okay, good for
rude.
you. It's so
Yeah.
rude. It's like going into a freaking store that sells like tea and being like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go open my store and sell tea
Oh
also.
my
Bye.
god. For real. It's the
That was
worst.
that was like my big pet peeve that drove me crazy.
No, me too. Because it's like somebody's just coming in, they're like, "Hey, well, my stream's just starting right now," or like they'll be in your stream, but they'll be like, "I'm also streaming, like I am streaming, but I'm here."
I'm like, okay, like, can you make it
Yeah.
more obvious?
It's I don't know. It's just inappropriate because, like you said, it's kind of like going into someone else's shop and being like, "Well, hey guys, I'm gonna open my own shop now. Haha, see ya, bye."
It's like even if they're not trying, which I feel like a lot of the times they are trying, but even when they're not trying,
hmm
it irks my soul so much because it's like, why would you? Isn't it common sense? Why would you go into somebody's space and start talking about your own space and your
Exactly.
own shit? It's so annoying. I hate the breadcrumbing. I hate the thing when people are like they just think you're gonna be cool with them
hmm
talking about it. It's like, no, and then if I say something, I kind of feel like an asshole because
Yeah.
I don't want to because if they're not outwardly self-promoting, I feel like an asshole being like, "Can you not mention that you stream?" Because I don't want to
hmm
seem like some insecure streamer that's like, "Oh my God, you're going to steal my viewers," because that's not even what it's about. It's just about it being tacky and taking away from and just being awkward. And
Yeah.
I don't want one person to do it and then all these other people
Everybody
start
does
doing
it.
it.
hmm
I had somebody ask me like what the best camera would be for them to start streaming, like while I was streaming. And I was like, um, this is like, can you? I was like, listen, if you want to maybe ask that in my disc, but even in my
hmm
Discord, like, I feel like some people have definitely joined just to self promo and I kick them out
No, I've seen
of
that in
there.
your server, especially. Like, people just come in and they just promote
Yeah.
themselves and they're not active
That
in
one,
chat.
that one guy that got pissed off because he came in and I changed my self promo channel to just subscribers because I felt
hmm
like there were too many people who just were like lurking in my Discord and would just
Mm.
post in there every time they went live. And I was like,
Yeah.
let me just make it subscribers because it makes it a lot less people. It's a nice perk for people who are subscribed. And then it gets and the fucking guy was like, why can't he like started tagging my moderators? Like, why can't I think he tagged identity. It was like, why can't I post in there anymore? And he
Man, I
was
wish
like,
he
really?
tagged me, this guy.
Oh my God, you would have bonked him. He was like, and identity's like, oh, well, it's just like a perk for subscribers now. So the guy was like, well, what am I supposed to do to get people to come to my streams? Like, dude, that's my Discord. Go get
Make
your
it
own
be fucking
Discord.
entertaining, bro. Like, I can't stand people like that, too. It's like the people, like, no offense, people are not watching people for a reason, right? Like, oftentimes they
Yeah,
don't.
like,
I don't know.
yeah.
They stream with no camera. They fucking say two words in the microphone. Like it's pixelated. I mean, there are
I mean,
issues going
I
on.
didn't go in and watch because I was like, I don't know. But then, But he
Yeah.
kept saying, but he literally couldn't figure out how else he would get people into his stream. I'm like, so you don't know how else except for like mooching off of other people's shit?
But like the funniest
Okay,
thing is too, like that stuff doesn't even work. Like you can post
it
your
does not
link.
work.
Yeah, you can post it in like
Doesn't
25
work.
plus people's Discord servers and maybe
Nobody
one
clicks
person
them.
will click. Yeah, like it's
Yeah,
not.
it's really not worth it. I feel like maybe when I just very first started streaming, I did it in a couple people's Discords who I felt like I was friendly with.
Yeah.
And like I felt like, oh, people in this community like might click on my stream because I feel like
Hmm.
I'm like part of the community, maybe they'll be interested.
Yeah.
Then like very soon after that, I just stopped doing it because I was like, I feel weird doing this because I don't feel like even if they're telling me I can do it, I feel weird because I don't really feel like people are gonna come to my streams from this. I feel like it's
Yeah.
kind of a waste of energy to sit there and like
Hmm.
paste your link, you know. So like I eventually stopped, but like
Yeah. No, I agree. And also, like, I think that it's largely important as a part of like Twitch etiquette to never mention you're a streamer or to never mention your own stream in someone else's stream unless they bring it up to you, right?
yeah,
Like, unless they're like, hey, are you a fellow streamer? Like, do you, like, what do you do on your stream today? Because I've never once in my entire, like, 4 years plus on Twitch ever gone into somebody's stream and been like, hi guys, like, I'm a streamer. Hey, like, look at me. Because it's not about me. Like, it is
right.
about
It's
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's so awkward. I never did that either. I
Yeah.
never ever, unless like, I think if they ask me, like every once in a while, somebody might post one of my emotes and I happen to be in the chat too. And
Hmm.
they'll like look over it and be like, oh, nerdy. Like, oh, is that yours? Are you a streamer? And then I'll be like, oh, yeah, I stream. But I'm not like,
Yeah.
if it's not asked of me and they
Hmm.
don't say, like, do you stream?
Yep.
Sometimes, even if they do talk about my stream, I'm like, no, like, stop it. This is your stream. Like, that's not why I'm here because I don't want it to
Hmm.
seem like I show up and like they talk about it. But for me, I don't want like I'm fine if they never find out I'm a streamer. Like that's not why
Yeah,
I'm
me
there.
too.
I don't go
Exactly.
into their streams to
Promote
push
and.
my own shit.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
awkward and
No.
that's not why I'm there. I'm not going to waste my time sitting in someone's stream if I'm not there for them and to watch them.
Exactly. And
That's
I.
like a weird
Ugh.
networking. People think like networking means to do that. Like no. Networking
Yeah.
means like if you're on Twitter and you see somebody else and you have the same vibe and you notice that they also stream, maybe you follow them and then like
Exactly.
that's
Hmm.
it. And maybe if they like you, they follow you back. But you never like, or those people that'll be like, oh, can you follow me back? No,
Oh,
if you ask me to follow you
God.
back, I'm not following you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
No,
Ew. Follow for follow. Haha. Let's go.
those never work. Do people think they work? Like maybe they push your numbers up, but the number of followers you have literally does not
It
matter.
means absolutely nothing.
It
I've
means
seen,
nothing at all.
yeah, I've seen people get partnered with like 800 followers, and like your viewer
Yeah.
count's really the only thing that matters.
Yeah. There's people that have half the amount of followers I have that have 3 times the amount of concurrent viewers I have, and people
Yeah,
that I've seen with like 20K that I've seen at 30 concurrent. Like it doesn't, there's no
exactly.
correlation whatsoever.
Hmm.
So what's the point of
And
doing that?
and I feel like a lot of the time they'll unfollow you after you follow them.
Yeah, it's a sneaky ploy. Like they're
I
not
know.
actually following people. Sometimes
Hmm.
I'll see like if someone follows me and I go and like check out their stuff because I don't just like blindly follow somebody back. But like
Yeah, yeah.
if I'm like, oh, this person likes my stuff a lot, like let me see what they're about, you know, and they comment a lot of like normal stuff. And then I'll
Hmm.
look at their page and it'll be like followers 5,000, following 8,000. Like I'm like, you're following
Yeah,
8,000 people? Like no. That's
yeah.
sus to me because that means you're like just
They just
following to
go
get
through the
people to follow
list
you.
and then like follow, 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 follow,
Yeah.
follow.
No, that weirds me out.
Same.
Nope, nope, nope.
So if you're watching this, Twitch etiquette, do not announce your streams and other people's streams. It is bad.
The
Bad
best, yeah,
manners.
bad manners. It's against Twitch etiquette, and most streamers, like some streamers, are really cool about it, and they like want to
Mhm.
help. I even like helping new streamers if they're like, "Hey, I don't know, like I want to," but you can't. Most streamers are going to be pissed off if you're
Yeah.
like in any way self-promoting. That's a really easy way to get yourself banned or
Hmm.
like just like mentally put on a list that they are going to be looking out for you doing that
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah.
And it's not good etiquette to it's the best way to know if you're doing good Twitch etiquette in terms of self-promoting is if the other people don't know that you're a streamer.
True.
Because
Facts.
then, unless they somehow find you on Twitter and like they find you that way, fine. But if they shouldn't know from anything you've said that you're a streamer.
I 1000% agree.
That's the test.
Yep, unless they like specifically ask you, "Hey, nerdy, how is your stream?" Like, well, but then you can say anything. But yeah, never. They should.
Once
not
they
know.
find out, they might find out you're a streamer. Like if you're a big part of their community, and like they might find out if they follow you back on your socials, like, and they'll see it, and then maybe they'll go follow you on their own, and like they'll ask you about it.
Yeah.
But just if you're just coming to their stream, because also another thing is like everyone and their mother streams. So like
true.
It's so rare to have a stream where like half your chat are not people that are either already streamers and like streamer friends or people just trying to stream.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people just stream randomly. And like you can't be shouting out half your chat every time you stream. Like that's not that's awkward too. So I can't. I have so many people who just like think it's totally normal to be like, "What's up? Oh, I've been streaming this game too."
Exactly.
Like, cool. Thanks. I didn't ask.
I get that a lot too, where it's just like I really enjoy like you said, I want to help newer people that are like getting into it because I do have a lot of knowledge and I like talking about it. But it just needs to be brought up in like a certain way where it's not like manipulative or like trying to gain something. Like if somebody says, "Hey, like I was wondering if you have any advice, for like somebody who's trying to grow their stream or like, I want to get into streaming. Do you have advice? Blah, blah, blah." And I think that kind of stuff is totally fine to talk about. But when somebody's just like, "Yeah, I just got done streaming this game. Oh, no, I'm here." It's like, dude, you don't have to say that first part. Just say you are playing the freaking game.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you have to say.
Or when people are like, "Oh, hey, like I'm gonna go mod for somebody." I fucking hate that too.
Yeah, that's actually on my list.
That's so rude. Like, thanks for telling me that you just came to my stream as a placeholder. Like, I'm not butthurt about it because obviously, like, go watch whoever you're gonna watch. But it's so weird to say
you don't need to announce it. It's like
you don't need to tell me.
Yeah, like I always envision these things like how awkward and terrible it'd be IRL. Right, so it's like if you were at like a party, like you're hosting this party, and then like another person's hosting a party, and they're like, "Okay, nerdy, I'm gonna go leave your party to go join this other person's party. Bye, have fun."
And like, okay, like I don't care what you do, but don't tell us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's rude. It's weird. It's like you're basically telling me I would rather be somewhere else.
Yeah,
and like it's fine if you do, but just don't tell us.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like sometimes they're trying to pull. Like, "Oh, can you shout out? Like, oh, you should check out my friend." Like, no, stop.
Oh my god, I hate that.
Please.
I hate that. Oh, I had some guy like a long time ago, and he was like, "Can you raid my girlfriend?" Like,
oh my god.
Like, what? No, I cannot, sir. Like, don't ask me that weird shit. I don't even really like when a lot of people recommend streamers because I like to know what I'm getting into, and if I'm gonna choose somebody random, I would rather just go through the category and be like, "Okay, we're gonna send over you guys to this person for the evening," because I feel like it can be such a gamble, and like people will use that continuously as a means to just get people in their own streams or like their friends' streams, and I just don't see it being a necessarily like genuine thing a lot of the time.
The only time I've ever done that is if it's somebody who's like a regular in my community who I trust. Like I trust their opinion. But if it's ever anybody that's not like one of those people, like I don't take raid requests.
Exactly.
Because if it's somebody random, I'm also like, "Hey, I've never been to this person's stream before. I have no idea what we're getting into."
Not your responsibility. You don't know.
I clicked because one time I raided somebody and we got there and I had never been there before and I was like, "Holy fuck." Like it was just not a vibe. And I was like, "Oh my God, never mind." Like, sorry. So I just warned them. But if it's, I'm not, because then also if some people I've seen have it as like a channel point redeem. Oh, yeah. I don't like not having control over my stuff.
Yes, I agree. Me too.
So I wouldn't make it that. I mean, I'm sure when people do that, it's probably at their own discretion anyway. They don't just blindly raid anybody. But I just like having the control to do that. Like if I'm raiding somebody, most of the time it's because it's a streamer that I want to support. Somebody who I think my community will like. or somebody who I've seen around and like it looks like they're playing the same game as me or they have a similar vibe. Like there's reasons why I rate somebody. And it's
Exactly.
not just like a random shout out to someone. Also, we definitely have to talk about people who raid for shout outs because I know you've been dealing with this
Oh my
this shit
god, dude.
lately.
It's just like it's so annoying. I don't know. I don't know. It's annoying for me because I appreciate all raids, right? Like especially
For
with even
sure.
with like one person, like that's one more person watching my stream. That's
It's
great.
and it's sweet that they
Yeah,
think of you.
exactly. But
Yeah.
I just thought of it and I like realized that raiding with one person means only themselves. And if
It's
somebody
only
is
the
like
yeah.
yeah, if they're abusing that and they're doing it to you every single day, just to get like some kind of attention, like I can't handle that because it's like please just no,
Because
I
they
can't.
kind of know they're going to get a shout out. Like, that's the thing, too. A lot of
Yeah.
people, like, I think raids of all sizes are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, if somebody raids, like, multiple times within a short period of time, like, I
Exactly.
never try to raid the same person. Like, if I've raided somebody, I won't raid them again for, like, a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't ever want to make it seem, first of all, I don't want to ever make it seem like I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm here raiding you again for the attention. And B, I don't want it to be like, if I'm rating this person that often, my community is going to be like, okay, like, we get it. Why are you forcing this person down our throat? Like, no matter how
Mm-hmm.
much you like another streamer, if you're just like constantly rating the same person, I feel like your community is not going to put faith into your raids as much
Yeah,
as recommendations because they're going to be like, well, you're just going to raid the same person all the time.
that's a good
But
point.
I have, yeah, that's so I feel like I try to really space it out.
I do too.
Like there's people that I have rated multiple times, like a lot, but I definitely spread it out as much as I can. Also, I like to give a variety of different
Yeah, different people
types
that you
of,
like to watch. Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I have somebody who has been rating my stream very often, and it's usually with a handful of people. It's not like it's just him,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of made me pause because it definitely feels like almost every single stream this
Mm-hmm.
person is rating me and I'm like I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Like I appreciate all raids, but sometimes it kind of makes me think like are they doing this for another reason? Because people sometimes do. And to be completely honest, I don't know how much this person speaks in my streams. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of it's like makes me pause because I'm like do you like who are you? Like I've seen you around here and
Yeah.
there, but why are you rating me literally every time? Um it's just a little awkward. Like I appreciate the support, but
Mm-hmm.
I also am just like, I don't want to encourage somebody who's going to use my space,
Yeah.
but I also try to think the best out of everybody. So it's kind of
It's a
like
hard balance.
it's a
Mm-hmm.
balance. You have to sit and
Yeah.
think about it. If it's one person with one viewer and the viewer's only themselves and they're doing it every single time,
Yeah,
I
there's
feel
no
like
doubt that.
it's questionable.
Mm-hmm. I
I
agree.
don't care if somebody raids me with two people. It's like
Same.
sweet and exciting, but
Yeah.
I think honestly, I think somebody of any size, if they're raiding too often, it's just kind of like losing the effect of the raid
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
people are just going to be like, oh, we're here again. All right, like we raided this person the last 14 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think spacing it out definitely gives sort of like a new, fresh experience to your viewer base as well, right? Like you're not just going in the same
Yeah,
place every time, and then people can start questioning. If you're not like super, like, if you're not like in a relationship or like best friends with that person, then
yeah,
it's like, what is their motive? Even if
yeah,
it's like a big raid, it's like, okay, do you really like me that much? You just want to be here all the time or whatever.
yeah. Like you and me are obviously the closest. I feel like we very openly talk about each other's streams because
Mm-hmm.
we like established that with each other for a
Well, we're
while.
also like real friends as well, like
Yeah.
outside of like the monitors and all of like the
Yeah.
I don't know, like the fictional life,
Yeah.
So I
So
feel
it
like
like
it's
and
very
even
comfortable.
that I won't raid you like a bunch of times in a
Every
row
day, yeah,
because
yeah.
then otherwise it's gonna be like you're streaming and it's like here's nerdy again. Like I don't know. That's not. It's just not necessary to
Yeah.
like. It would.
Hmm.
I feel like it also if it happens like every stream, then I feel like it's almost like a weird like pull away from, because I don't
Yeah.
want it to be like a regular thing where it's just like, oh, nerdy's about to rate us, because I don't know. Because even if you're supporting somebody, you still don't want, like, you have to take the balance, like you said. You don't want
Hmm.
to like take attention away from where it should be.
Well, it's kind
And
of
I
like
don't think it,
also
yeah,
it's like going to somebody's house every day with like like a group of people. It's like you're there every
yeah,
day and every day and every day. It's like
yeah,
sometimes you just want to like explore other places or bring your people over to other like new places. And you can always go back. It doesn't have to be like an everyday. It's a lot of things are just done in excess, you know.
yeah.
Mhm.
Excess is not good. Everything in moderation.
Yeah. What else were you gonna say?
It was more of the same.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, there's like spamming. I wrote spamming. I don't know. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah, it can be an expansive topic because like sometimes people can spam again, I guess like the self-promotion thing, but aside from that, they can spam emotes, they can spam inappropriate things, they can spam
Yeah.
just a ton of stuff in your chat and I think that it is improper etiquette in general to just spam something repeatedly, right? Like if you just say it one time, that's fine, but if you just keep going and keep going, and also sometimes on that note, comments that are ignored can get brought up again. Like somebody says something that makes you like kind of uncomfortable, and maybe you decide not to confront it, and then they post it again and again and again until you acknowledge it. And it's like, dude, I've read your comment fucking 10 times. I don't want to talk about it. You know?
Yeah. I feel like both of us have streams where we read every single message in chat.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like our stuff is moving so fast that it's impossible to see.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that, like, if I miss something, I'll tell people straight out, like, repost if I
Me
miss it.
too.
But
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
once, like
Yeah.
once.
Mm-hmm.
Don't repost it like 14 times, because if we ignore, if you could miss something once and like you could miss something twice. I feel like it's less likely.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you do miss it twice, I feel like don't doesn't it feel awkward to be spamming the same thing in someone's chat?
True.
Like everyone's
True.
watching you. It makes you seem desperate. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know you want to, talk about something, but just say it once. If it doesn't get, if it gets overlooked, maybe twice, and then just move on. Because just assume sometimes no answer is an answer, and it means like
Exactly.
I'm not reading your comment out loud for a reason. Because I
I.
I very
Mhm.
much read everything that's in my chat. So
Mhm.
if it's not getting acknowledged, there's probably a reason for that. And not everything is to the point where like it has to get deleted. I feel like things only have to like, obviously if they're spamming it a lot, then yeah. But
Mhm.
if somebody posts something that's not against the rules, but it's kind of just something I don't want to address or get into, I might just ignore it. And that's my way of,
Right.
like responding. So don't like spam it. Like have some social awareness. If you're
That's
standing in
the
front of somebody and
thing.
you ask them a question and they're like, and they just kind of look away and talk about something else, are you just going to keep asking the same question over and
Right.
over again?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
take a hint.
Mhm. And I feel like in all like God, I say like so much. I need to stop. I feel like in a lot of streams that I've been in, especially yours, the questions I see getting spammed are like personal questions, like where do you live? Where do like all this creepy shit?
Oh
It's
my
like no,
God.
shush, no. Don't go crazy about that kind of stuff. It's not your business. Don't worry about it. If the streamer ignores you when you're asking personal questions, especially, you move on. Just get
Yeah.
over it.
Because sometimes it's awkward to be like, hey, I don't want to tell people that.
Yeah.
Especially if you're having a good time and everybody's talking about something else.
Yeah.
Emote spam for me, emote spam's not a big deal if something's like happening. So like if
Mm-hmm.
something's
Oh yeah.
going on and people are putting like hype and whatever, or if there's something really funny happening, but when somebody's just like putting random emotes for no reason, like I mean, all right,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, fine. But when they just keep doing it, somebody did that to me last stream. That's why I'm thinking of it. I was just
Yeah.
kind of looking at it like, am I supposed to acknowledge it? Like, what
Like,
do
can you
I
just stop,
do? Like,
please?
okay. Or
Yeah.
my thing, which maybe not everybody feels this way,
Mm-hmm.
but I have this thing where for some reason there's certain people who when they come into my stream, I don't know if it's like they don't know what to say, but they want to like be noticed,
Mm-hmm.
will just spam like dad jokes like all the time.
Oh
And I'm
God.
like, dude, I like, listen, I understand some people are maybe socially awkward or they don't know what to say, and that's fine. Like, I don't need people to add some like profound thing to chat, you
Hmm.
know, you can just add like an emote or whatever.
Yeah.
But when somebody, there's people who seriously like have come into my stream and just at like one after another to the point where I was like, listen, your dad jokes are funny, but I'm not gonna stop and read another dad joke like every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Cause it's just like, I'm not here to be like, unless we're like having a conversation about jokes or something, like over and over and over again. And I'm like, I
It's too
don't know
much.
it.
It's too much.
Sometimes they repeat them. Like I'll have somebody who comes in, I'm like, you told me this joke last stream. Like, please. I
Jeez.
can't. Or the copy pastas, like the people that just pop in and are like, the whole copy pasta. I'm just here,
Oh
you know,
gods.
spreading love, and I'm like, that's
Yeah.
wonderful, but
Hmm.
why are you in my stream if you have no desire to be in my stream? Like you're just using my stream as a place to like dump a copy pasta
Yeah.
and like I don't know, leave.
Hmm.
Like whatever. It's I'm not gonna like put stock into it, but it's just not. I feel like it's a giant paragraph, which is it spams my chat, and then they don't have any interest in staying and following and engaging with my content. They just want to
That's
like
true.
come in, drop copy pasta, and leave. And it's like,
Hmm.
okay, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing and read your 2 paragraph long copy pasta and you're gone before I'm done, like finished reading it. Like, okay,
My favorite
that
copy
gets me
pastas.
too.
Yeah, my favorite ones are the ones I see actually like in your chat. Like, oh, it's the same shit over and over. Like, you are the most beautiful, lovely streamer ever, and I love you.
Like, listen,
Okay.
because then it doesn't feel genuine. Like, how
And
many
yeah,
times you're gonna,
exactly.
yeah,
Like if you
you can't
say
say the same thing.
right, if you say it to somebody one time, then they'll remember that. You don't have to fucking be like, "Oh my god, like I love you, amazing
Yeah.
woman."
Like you know, it's sweet when someone's like, "Oh my God, look, it's my favorite streamer." Like that's
I
an
agree.
amazing feeling,
Yeah.
even if they say that every time they come in. But when it's this
Hmm.
whole like, "Oh my God, it's the one girl who I brightens my days," and I'm like, whoa, whoa, it's a little too much. Like
Yeah.
that, it feels very spammy to the point where I don't read it out loud anymore. I'll just
Hmm.
acknowledge them and say hello because I'm not going to read like a freaking love poem to me every single time this person enters my chat. Or it was like that guy that used to spam you with the freaking $1 donations. Like, I love you.
Oh god. It's always the $1 donation to the Love Confessions. What the fuck is that? It's
It's like, thanks for
ridiculous.
spending $1 just to use text to speech. I had to
Yeah,
raise my text to speech.
exactly.
And
Me
I
too.
won't say what it is anymore because I'm
Yeah.
like, then if you tell them it's $3, then they'll spend $3 to see it.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
can't.
Oh god, I that whole thing is an entire can of worms. Like with the offline donations and weird, crazy shit that happens to people. It's improper etiquette. Take notes. Don't fucking
Yeah.
do it. It's bad behavior. Don't.
Just don't use donations and text to speech to try to like get the same shit noticed. It's creepy, it's weird.
Hmm.
I definitely somebody who I had to ban long ago used to donate when I was off stream and like wait for me to notice. I don't know. It was
Ew,
weird.
it's so gross. I
Like, don't
can't
do
with
it for
that. I can't.
attention. If you want to support a streamer because you want to support them. Don't do it for attention because then you think it's gonna be like a whatever.
Yeah, you know, 1,000%. Yeah, that kind of also I guess ties into improper Twitch etiquette is like when you donate with the intent of expecting something from that said streamer. So it's like, okay, I just gave you
Yeah.
$500. Can I DM you? Like that actually
Oh,
happened to me before, and I was just
me
like,
too.
yeah, and I'm just like, I get
CEO New York.
dude, yeah. It's like a sinking feeling, you know, because you're
I
just like, oh
know.
my
It's
god,
so
like,
disappointing.
yeah, it felt so nice to just be like, oh my god, hell yeah, that's amazing. It's like a high, and then like a second later, it's like, can I DM you? Happy face. It's like, no, I have
Yeah,
DMs
it's
off. Thank you for your support, though.
yeah.
Like, God.
That's like to be honest, a lot of the times when someone does that, I want to think the best because
Hmm.
like there are genuine people who
True.
have the funds and they want to be that way and they just want to be supportive. So I always assume the best. Unless they're like acting weird in chat first and then but like if somebody is just kind of giving money and financial support and then is trying to get something out of it. I had somebody who was so entitled that gave a lot of money, and you'll know because I mean, gave a lot of money in the past, and then basically told me, well, I basically funded your PC, so like I should be able to, you know, game with you. I was
Okay,
like,
bro. Haha.
I'm sorry? Like, that's not how this works.
No.
This is like you're tipping for the service of being in my stream. You don't have to give anything if you don't want to. But like you're not buying anything. It's a tip. This
Like,
the service is there. It's my streams, it's a tip.
yeah.
If you want to fund my PC, that's fantastic.
You're
But it's
choosing to do that.
yeah.
Like
That's why I have the whole big thing that's like on my chat that nobody looks at, but at least it's like there so I can refer to it. That's like you are not buying any goods or services. There is no expectation. And the streamer can do with, you know, donations as needed because sometimes I'll have a donation goal and things change, like, and I have to use it for something else or whatever.
Yeah.
I try not to do that, but it happens sometimes. And I just don't want people to think like, you know, I'm misleading them. So it's like there is a disclaimer, but like,
yeah.
Hell no, it does not mean like people. You can, and that's the reason.
I feel
so much entitlement. Yeah. I used to give people VIPs who would donate a lot financially to kind of thank them and like be like, wow, like I really appreciate your support. And I don't do it anymore because I used to do that, and then those people would get entitled and think
like creepy and weird.
Oh my god, they think like, oh, I've made it. I gave her enough money and now I'm in. It's like, no, man, that's not how it works.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of why I stopped giving them out to people who support the channel a lot, just because I noticed with like one or two instances that I would give them to these people and it was like they would change. Like as soon as they got this VIP status, they became another person, right?
They thought they were like in.
Like, yeah, exactly. And it's just
they're like I've made it.
Right.
Like, okay, now.
Made it where, bro? You don't even know the fucking person. You never once spoke to them outside the goddamn stream, dude. Like, I don't understand this delusion. It's insane.
The parasocial delusion. Yeah.
God,
that's like some people try to buy. I haven't had it in a long time because I think I nip it in the bud enough now. After years of streaming, you know this, you eventually start like seeing the signs and you just are more cautious. Yeah, you're more cautious and like can tell if someone's going to be that way. And also we both have limited access to us outside streams. So like people can't like hop into Discord DMs and be like, yo,
oh, thank God.
Oh, the biggest freaking, oh my God, please. That's another thing. Is like leave people alone. Like that's another whole etiquette thing. Is like just because somebody is like a streamer online, it doesn't mean
they do not owe
your friends
anything. Like you're not friends. They don't owe you their time or their attention or anything. Like none of it at all.
Oh my God. There's this idea that like, oh, you're online and you're really nice and like I support you, so like that means I can DM you. Like,
and you're cute and like you seem really cool, even though I don't know you on a personal basis. Like you seem awesome.
And like, are you single? Like what? What is this? Please, like stop. That's not, I can't. The amount of times.
Where do you live? What's your phone number?
The amount of times people like use the financial support to slide in and be like,
I hate that.
You're so amazing. Like, it's like, why? If that's your intention, like,
because it's not their intention. Like that, their intention is to just slide in these people's DMs, and it's sad. It's honestly like
it is very sad. Like listen, there's a lot of people on the internet that don't know how to make human connections in real life, and they'll like go to a stream and they'll see like a streamer and they'll try to like latch onto this parasocial relationship.
Oh God, I can't.
And think they're friends. And like, listen, are there people from my community that I've made friends with? Yes, but very few. Most of them are other streamers. And even the ones who I feel like are friendly, they still do not know anything about me. There's a barrier there. They don't know my name. They don't know like where I live because it's to protect myself and to make me feel secure. in knowing that no one's gonna like the more people who know my first name, the more of a chance that someone's gonna like slip up and say it. So they
Yeah.
just
Oh
don't
yeah.
need to know that. It's not that's not what it's about. And it's not like
Exactly.
you can have a friendship with somebody. It's not like the way, I'm probably never gonna see these people in real life. It's like an online friendship and it's
Mhm.
still its own sort of friendship, but it's not like it's not
It's not
like
that like personal.
it's yeah, it's a different type of friendship and that's
Yeah.
fine. But
Yeah.
that's just it is what it is. So you can't like assume. So like yeah, there are those that exist, but 99% is not like that. It's like it's more of like I love my community as a whole. There's
Mhm.
people in there that I care about a lot who have been around for a while, but
Yeah.
there's just like it's just a different kind of thing. And you can't go
Mhm.
into someone's streams and like assume or hope that that's going to happen because
Yeah.
that's not what you should be there for. You should be there to
Exactly.
support somebody's content because you like it. You go around and maybe you'll chat with them in their Discord server or
Mhm.
like, you can comment on their stuff publicly, but like should never expect like I'm going to get one-on-one access to this person.
1,000%. And that's something, it just, it's so bothersome too, because like, I remember this one person, they were in my community like semi recently, and they would like gift a lot of stuff, or like donate a lot of stuff. And I was just like, oh, thank you. But then like, they kind of got weirdly demanding. Have you ever noticed that as well? Like, so they'll give
Ooh.
something, and then they'll be like, they won't ask you to do something. They'll tell you. They'll just be like, so now like do this on your stream, like so now do this, or
Oh
like
my God.
yeah,
I'd
and
be
it's just
like,
really uncomfortable. Yeah, no, I usually don't have an issue just saying, hey, like I'm not gonna do that if you want to ask nicely or whatever, but just because you gave me something does not mean that I owe you anything, because that's just not how it
yeah.
works. And also,
Yeah.
I feel like those same people sometimes show up in the Discord server, and like this one guy, he was like, email me, or like I emailed you or something, because I sent him to my business email because he was trying to DM me, and he was like gifting a ton on stream, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, you might remember, I don't know, but yeah, he was just like in the public Discord server, like, can I DM you about a business inquiry? It's like, no, I have a business email. You know what that's the place for it. I
They
know what
try to
you're
be so
doing.
sneaky.
Like you're not
Yeah.
sneaky, bro. Like come on. You don't need to
Yeah.
DM me for any motherfucking reason ever. Like at all. I have a business
Yeah.
email. If you're serious about business, send it there. That's it.
That was like that one guy that did to me, like dropped a ton of money and then
Yeah.
like, or my favorite is when they'll like try to whisper you and be like, oh, I'm really not comfortable like talking in public with a
Please.
lot of people. And I'm like,
Please.
that's a you problem. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but this is my stream and it's a
Mhm.
public thing. And if you don't want to talk in my public stream,
Then don't
you
say
can talk
anything.
in, you can either talk in my public Discord server or,
Mhm.
that's it. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not, I'm sorry if you're not comfortable talking with people one on one. That is not my responsibility to deal with. Like
Yeah.
that doesn't mean I have to give you personal access to me because you like gave me money and then you're like, oh, I'm not comfortable with that. Or, the other one was the guy that tried to slide into my DMs in a very sneaky way because he did give a lot of money and then messaged and said, oh, like whispered live on stream to be like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't want to say anything in chat because I'm private, but like I work for this company and like if you want, we work for like gaming and we work with streamers. Like if you're ever interested, I was like, wow, that's really cool. Here's my business email. Like if you
Thank
want to reach
you.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I kind of just wanted to I'm away. I mean, I can use your business email, but I kind of want to add you on Discord and like see what your story is. And I'm like, the fuck does that mean?
No.
So essentially, you're telling me that you really just want to slide into my DMs
Yeah.
and you made up this whole shit as like whatever else. Like,
Yep.
don't like try to bait people. Here's another Twitch etiquette thing. Don't try to bait
Mhm.
people with like an opportunity or anything professional, but
Yes.
your intention is just to get
Yes.
access to them because that's like
Yes.
first of all that's fucked up and wrong, and second of all
Mhm.
that like just don't do that. You're wasting your time. That's how you're gonna get banned. Like, thanks for the
Mhm.
$500. But, like, I always make sure to transfer it from
Like
PayPal as soon as they
immediately.
get it, because I don't
Mhm.
want anybody to be like, oh, they didn't let me in the
They didn't
DMs. I'm
DM
taking
me.
it back.
Yeah. No, exactly. And to further expand on that whole thing, I feel like there are just too many people that behave in this very like wrong, unprofessional manner. If you're really professional, you're not going to be
Mhm.
going in somebody's Twitch chat telling them, hey, I have a business opportunity for you. This is
Yeah.
not the way it works. If you're very
Right.
serious about it, you won't say a goddamn word about that in their Twitch chat. You'll behave like a normal person. Then you'll send them a business email. Hey, the details are here. You know, you can contact me more by just replying, or, you know, something like that. That is called being professional and actually
Yeah.
trying to genuinely work with the streamer. And then it's up to them if they want to respond to you or not. They don't have to, but if they're interested, they can. Versus like going into somebody's Twitch chat, trying to use some lame excuse. Like, there was this one, like, this lawyer guy. I don't even, do you remember that? He was like in my stream. I don't even know. I can't. And like, I was streaming a horror game, and like that one day.
Oh my god.
Dude, some
of all
days,
things.
I know. And it's like, you know, as a streamer, some days you really are just enjoying yourself in the game. Like, you don't want to deal with some like lunatic on the side. Like, you just really
lunatic on the side.
You know, like, you just want to enjoy the moment, enjoy yourself. Like, sometimes you just don't want to deal with it. Like, you don't have the energy or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then like, I'm just playing this game, and it's a life or death situation, and I have this freaking person spamming and like scaring off my chat, and it was like,
that's a thing too. Yeah, they like scare off like the normal people in your chat, because if somebody's weird, they're like throwing the whole vibe of the stream off.
And then people get like intimidated, like, oh, I don't want to associate around this. I don't want to talk around this person like this.
Yeah, they might leave. Like, they might go into lurk mode. They might leave and go to some other stream, or just exit Twitch and do something else. Like, because nobody wants to like engage with somebody who's being a weirdo.
Exactly.
Or every time you say something. I had another thing that I think is huge that I've like absolutely flipped out over, which should never be done, is when somebody offers support and people in chat get butthurt about it, and they call the person who offered support a simp, or they make some kind of comment about like, oh, I guess you really want to see this person in this cosplay or whatever. And it's like, that is not only inappropriate and tacky, you're taking away from a really nice moment for a streamer to get support and feel amazing by like throwing down the whole vibe, and then also like making the person who donated feel uncomfortable, because like they're, if especially like, it's the times when that's happened to me, it's been people who I like know who these people are. I've seen them support other streamers, and they're the type of people that really just, they have the means and they want to support people, and they're really sweet about it. And then to like call them a simp, or make some kind of comment about how they like, oh, I guess you're like, you really want to see her do that hot tub stream. And it's like, that's so awkward. It just makes you come across as an angry incel. Like, there's no reason. Because why are you pissed off that a streamer is getting support? Like, if you have some weird reason why that pisses you off, which it shouldn't, at least fucking keep it to yourself. Like, there's no reason why you should be saying it. And I actually, after that last person, I wound up finally banning them, because that was the last straw. But I put it, that's like, I put it in my mod chat. I said, if someone ever does that, like, time them out instantly, because that's now going to be a bannable offense. Because it's happened a few times over the years of my streaming. Or like, somebody who gets jealous because I guess like they're a streamer, and like, I don't know, somebody comes in and donates a large amount, or they give a lot of bits, or they gift a lot of subs, and the person will be like, well, I'm leaving. And it's like, okay,
what?
Like, what? This has nothing to do with you.
Wait,
like,
another streamer left because that happened? Like,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow,
like
crazy.
literally, like, and had to like make us think about like, okay, good night, bye. And it's like, that's so inappropriate. You should never be putting any negativity on a streamer getting support.
That's so weird. I don't
like that. That's not a good look for you ever. Like, the streamer, it brings down the vibe for the streamer, but like, who wants to donate to you now when you're in other people's chats, like bitching about the fact that they're getting support? Like, hell no. That really grinds my gears.
No, it's just really inappropriate. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody shows up, you know, with some kind of gift, or like, or just even like sends you mail or something like that, right? And then somebody's like, oh my god, I can't believe like this person fucking, you know, bought this thing, and like, you just want to see her in like that shirt or whatever. It's like, that is so inappropriate. Why can't you see it from a better perspective? Like, oh wow, this person was kind enough to go out of their way, get something that, you know, the streamer wanted or needed or whatever. Or like, you're donating towards a goal so a streamer can do this really fun, different, cool thing. But no, you know what? You just want to see her in the fucking hot tub, bro. Like, what?
And like, yeah, and it seriously always happens when it's somebody who's seriously like a nice person. Because
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sure there
true.
are weird people out there who do that. And you know what?
Mhm.
If that's what their motivation is, whatever. I'm not going to get into that. But
Yeah,
there's so many people who that's not their motivation. So,
facts.
and it always, for some reason, seems to be like that's the case when these
Dude,
people pipe
it's
up and
so
say
true.
something.
It's
Like,
like, oh my God.
why?
Yes. No, I had that one crazy like stalker person in the past. They
Yeah.
would like donate and like openly like go crazy and whatever, and like nobody ever said a thing about it. And then like this one actual like genuine person just did something that supports so many other streamers, and I know them, and
Yeah.
I know that they do it of pure
Yeah.
intent. And everything. And like this one person's like, yeah, I guess there goes a simp. And it's like,
Yeah, I
oh my
remember that.
God. Yeah.
I remember that. And then you call
Yeah.
them out and they're like, "Oh, I was just kidding." I'm like, well, if you were just kidding, that's a shit joke.
True.
Don't do that. And second of all, like, no, you weren't kidding, cuz
Yeah.
why would you say that if you weren't kidding?
Exactly.
And
Why
it's just
can't we just
not.
be happy for people? Like you're
Yeah.
doing good, I'm doing like we're all doing good. Hell yeah, awesome. And
Like
just move
most
on.
people stream because for some type of income. Like why would
Yeah.
you shit on like us getting something out of what we do? It doesn't make sense. And especially when you're the person who's sitting there like not supporting in any way. Not that everyone has to support, but
Yeah.
like you're not supporting,
You're
but there
watching
are
free
people
content,
you're watching free
essentially.
content.
Yeah.
Why are you
Mhm.
bitching about people who want to support it? Like I
True.
don't like mind your business.
That's
If
so
you have
true.
nothing, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. It's really true. It's really simple and it's not hard.
Exactly.
People commenting on stuff that goes on for streamers, like that's a whole other etiquette thing. Like there's certain things you don't make comments about as some you don't make negative comment. If somebody's like, "Whoa, that's a big sub bomb," like that's fine because it's like neutral or even positive. But
Yeah.
anything negative is not cool. Even like sometimes people will make comments about the number of viewers,
Yep,
and
that's
that's
on my
another
list.
thing. Yeah, that's so
Yeah,
against etiquette because
I agree.
somebody might think either they might think, "Oh, wow, it's really quiet in here today. There's only this many people." Like that's
Mhm.
going to make the vibe uncomfortable. Or they might be like, "Wow, you have a whole like this number of viewers, but for like the streamer that's really low and maybe a lot of us keep our viewer count number off because that's not something you want to be focused on while you're streaming and it could
Mhm.
mess with your head.
Oh yeah.
So like just telling the number is just awkward. And
I
it's
agree.
often I've actually seen streamers who have had people say their number to them and they've been like, that's really low for me and I didn't want to know that like they've actually told the person like that's a low number for me. I really don't I have my viewer count off for a reason. Like you just don't
Yeah.
mention
And
it.
now it's in your head, and now it's gonna fuck with you because you're like, oh great, now I actually know how many viewers I have.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like, yeah, no, it's
Like if we want to know, we will look. And it's not something that I feel should ever be like discussed. It's just
yeah.
awkward to be like, "Oh, wow. Like,
Mhm.
hey, did you get a big raid or something?" It's just awkward. Like it's
I agree.
just don't bring it up. There's
Don't
nothing
bring it
good
up.
that comes of it.
Yeah.
Nothing good comes of it.
Exactly. There is absolutely no reason why you would ever have to bring it up. I think in any scenario.
Yeah. Like obviously people have different expectations for viewership numbers, but
Mhm.
even if it's just awkward. Like it's just an awkward thing.
Very awkward.
It makes me feel awkward. I mean, the only time it's ever maybe not awkward is if it's like you have a certain number and they're like, "Oh, haha, you have 69 viewers." Like,
69.
but like even then, try to refrain from it just because it's awkward. But I mean,
Yeah.
in general, there's nothing good that comes of it. It's just a weird thing.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
And yeah, don't mention.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Let's see. Okay, I think we did that one. We did this one. Yeah, stating viewer counts, spamming own emote. Oh, there's another one. Begging for subscriptions or like saying, "Oh, I really love your emotes. Like I wish I could use them." Or like it's like, dude, okay. It is I'm not saying everybody has money, but it is literally $5. You don't have to resubscribe. You don't have to do any of that. If you really, really, really want the emotes so badly, you probably have $5 that you can just buy.
Or the amount of people that have free Twitch Prime.
True.
Like
yeah.
if that's But the thing is that people are not saying it because they're not saying it
They're saying it
because
because
they
they
want
want
it. They
somebody
want they're
yeah.
baiting somebody
Yeah,
to
exactly.
gift them a sub.
Hmm.
Or when they're or the most common way I see it is like, "Oh man, my sub ran out."
Oh,
Like,
dude, I hate it's like if your sub runs out, that is nobody's responsibility to refill it for you. If somebody is kind
yeah.
enough to have even gifted you a sub, like that
Yeah.
already exceeds expectations. Like you should never
Yeah.
expect any of this kind of stuff. And I
Yeah.
think that's what's so wrong is like so many people have these insane expectations like, yeah, I need to get a sub right now. Like I'm out of the sub, subscribe me. It's like nobody owes you anything, bro. At all.
Oh my God, no. And then and then it's annoying because there'll be like a kind person who does it and
Right.
then I'm like, no, like please don't reward them for doing that because
Exactly.
it's really not fair. Like if somebody wants to gift a sub, it's their prerogative. It's you
Hmm.
can't be like, oh, my gift sub ran out, like hint, hint. That's just
Yeah, no.
awkward and weird. If
Hmm.
if you want a sub and you can afford it, great. Can't afford it,
Then that's
that's
okay.
fine too.
Just don't say anything
Just
about
yeah,
it.
just don't try to make it like, oh, woe is me, I can't have a sub, so that
Exactly.
hopefully that somebody will sub to you because it's just
Hmm.
awkward.
Yeah.
Some people will genuinely be like, hey, like really sorry I'm not subscribed. I know that I usually am, but I have stuff going on. Like
I
I
think
get
that's
that. I
totally
can
fine. Hmm.
Yeah, I get that. I get wanting to like, especially if you're somebody who enjoys the content a lot and you're just like, I would really love to subscribe to you, but I can't. And like,
Yeah,
I appreciate you being here. That's fine. But
exactly.
it's always the ones who are like, oh man, my gift sub ran out. It's like, come on,
I
be a little more
know.
obvious. It's
I
so
know.
awkward. Like, don't.
Yeah.
It's like going around begging for. I don't know.
Exactly. That's
Like
what I
putting your
hate.
hands out for money. Like it's
Yeah.
really weird to me.
No, that to me is a huge pet peeve, and I absolutely will not tolerate it like in any capacity because no,
Yeah,
nobody owes you
I'll delete the
anything.
comment if I see it,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
and it just sits there awkwardly. Like,
Mm-hmm.
give me subs. I see it sometimes in like gigantic streamers channels, which is still messed
Yeah.
up. But it's like
Mhm.
if you have 3,000 viewers, there's probably gonna be some weird person who's
Yeah,
like, oh, I hope I
exactly.
get caught in a sub bomb, like a gift sub bomb, and
Yeah.
that's like it's still not okay. But I feel like especially when you have a stream that's like mid-size or a smaller stream, it's just so noticeable. Like it's not like the chat is flying. It's like it's a
Yeah.
busy enough chat, but like everyone sees it. It's very clear what you're doing. It's
Hmm.
really awkward and it's not like it's no one's responsibility to sub you to a stream. You don't have to, you're not expected to,
Hmm.
so like don't just don't make
Exactly.
it weird. Don't make it
Yeah.
weird. That's the whole theme of this. Don't make it weird.
Yeah. Don't
Just
make it
be
weird.
cool.
Exactly. The way that I kind of envision it too is like somebody standing in line to get like ice cream or something, but like they don't have the money with them, or like they left their wallet at home or something, and then they like go around and they're like, "Hey, can you maybe like buy me ice cream or something?" Or like, "Oh
Or
my
like
gosh, I forgot my
yeah.
wallet. Like, oh, it slipped somewhere." Like,
Or like, man, I really wish I had some ice cream right now.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
like we know it's just awkward and weird. It's awkward
Yeah.
and weird.
Mm-hmm.
I
1000%.
can't.
Same. Oh, here's another etiquette thing. So I have questioning rules aggressively and arguing with moderators.
Oh my God.
This one is a bit wild.
I see this a lot, especially when it has to do with like backseating or spoilers.
Mm.
In my streams, I'm fine with backseating.
Yeah.
However, if somebody comes in and they're like, keep going straight, go left, go right, there's something under that rock,
Yeah.
don't stop. Well,
Oh
and it's
god.
like, okay, there's a difference between backseating, as in like I'm lost and I'm clearly don't know what I'm doing. They're like, hey, did you try this? And
Hmm.
between like micromanaging me.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I feel like, and when moderators have been like, hey, chill, and then they're like, well, she said backseating's okay. It's like, if the
Yeah.
moderators are telling you to chill, just chill. The
Exactly.
moderators have been vetted. They
Hmm.
know the kind of thing that we want in our streams. Just
Hmm.
listen to them. And
Yeah.
if it's not the moderator but the streamer, that's even worse because it's like
Hmm.
it's my stream. Just like
Yep.
I'm telling you, I don't want you to be that way. So just don't argue with me. Just don't be that way because
But
obviously
I
it's not a
gotta
vibe that I
find
want.
a loophole.
Oh my God.
You remember that one Discord person that argued with you in my server about like a loophole? You told them to stop self-promoing, and they were
And
like,
yeah.
but it didn't say like I couldn't do like this and this and this, like, and you're like, you're trying to find a loophole, and they're like, yeah, what if I am trying to find like a loophole? It's like,
But
no.
like, dude, like that's just sidestepping a rule. Like you're still trying to blatantly be against the rule and go against someone's rules. That's like, what
Yeah.
are you doing? The intention is so clear at that point.
Exactly, and they were just like arguing with you, and you handled it really well, and then they just left, I think, or something. But it's like, no, don't argue with the moderators, because the moderators have been talked to by the streamer. They're in like constant contact about
Yeah.
what's going on, situations, how the
Yeah.
streamer wants it handled, and it obviously varies from streamer to streamer, but
Mm.
the moderators have been spoken to. So if they're acting, it's not of their own volition, it's of the streamer's will. And I think that's what so many people don't understand. They're like, okay, well, the moderator told me something, I'm gonna fight. Like, I'm gonna fight for her honor or something. It's like,
And it's
no.
like, I don't know what they want to do, but like,
I don't know.
the moderators are like, obviously, the moderators are always like, maybe if you're not a streamer, you don't know this, but like, moderators are always in contact with the streamer. Like, every streamer has like a moderator chat in their Discord. Like, they go over things all the time and like talk about situations. So like, the mods like know how to handle things. Like, they
Exactly.
you know, maybe when you're a brand new streamer and you don't know, like that happened to me in the past when I was a brand new streamer and I had some moderators who like maybe, you know, I kind of took whoever would want to moderate just because I was new and I kind of didn't know.
Same.
And like maybe they didn't always execute things the way I would have wanted. But that's, I feel like once you're a somewhat seasoned streamer, like you and your mod team are like, just get it, generally know what the streamer, what kind of thing will fly for the streamer, what kind of thing won't.
Exactly.
Like they're there to enforce the rules to keep it in the way that the streamer wants. So like if if the moderator, because it can happen, if a moderator does something that the streamer doesn't agree with, the streamer will handle it. Like you arguing is never cool. It's never a good look.
True.
Like there have been a couple times where a moderator might have like deleted someone's comment and I'm like, no, like it's okay, I actually know this person from another community, like they're just trolling me, like they're cool, it's fine, you know, they're gonna, and the moderator will be like, oh, okay, cool, like they'll memorize that. But if it's just some random person who comes in and they're like, oh man, I don't think that was self promo, why was my comment deleted? It was deleted like, because the mods like, don't argue, just accept it, it's not a big deal. And like I've seen so many people who would argue about like spoilers, because for me, if I don't want spoilers, I feel like it's a spoiler if someone's like, oh my god, this part is gonna be so funny, there's so much coming up.
That shit.
That's still a spoiler. Yes, like just because you're not saying what it is, you took away that element of surprise, and now I'm expecting something. Now you
ruined it. Yep. Good job.
And you ruined my gaming experience. So if my moderators are gonna delete the comment and like, you know, give you a warning to not do that, don't argue the semantics of what is and isn't a spoiler.
I didn't technically spoil this because I said something I didn't, you know.
Like, oh, I didn't say who or when it was going to happen. Like, no, but you clearly, like, that's a spoiler. Like, please.
Yeah.
Even if you don't think it's a spoiler, I'm saying it's ruining my experience. Done. Don't say that in my stream.
Yeah.
Like, I think people don't realize it's a streamer's like space. Like they think it's like, oh, it's the internet, so I could say whatever I want. Like, okay, you know what? You can say whatever you want, but if it's like a private, if it's somebody's house, you have to abide by their rules if you're under their roof.
Exactly.
Or you're gonna get kicked out. Yeah. Like
the way that I've always viewed it is like kind of like a business. Like the streamer is the boss and they're running their own like, you know, workspace and everything, and the moderators are kind of like the managers, like they're helping manage everything, but they work under the boss, which is the streamer, right? And then the clients and everything, well, I guess the moderators are kind of like the coworkers and managers, whatever, but then the clients are the people that, you know, you're selling to. And I think that some people don't understand this concept as well, and this kind of leads me into also another etiquette thing. If you are in a position of power, whether it be like, I guess being a moderator or whatnot, don't abuse that power to the streamer. Like, don't try to take over their business. Don't try to like, you know, overstep. Just listen to the streamer, because I've had experiences with this, and I feel like it has to be said. If you do moderate for somebody else's channel, just do what they want, and don't argue with them. If you're there to help them, that's great, but like, don't try to start shit with the streamer.
Yeah. You're there to be an extension of the streamer and to help the streamer
Mm-hmm.
and enforce what they want for their community. I've had
Exactly.
times where moderators have been like, well, I think we can warn this person before banning them, but you're the boss. So like whatever you do, like obviously I'll do
That's
it.
great. Yeah.
And that's like how it kind of should be because it's
Yeah.
like I appreciate that they're giving me advice or they're giving me their perspective, but I know that ultimately because sometimes I ask, I'm like, should we get rid of this person? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
But for somebody to like blatantly act in a way that isn't like against what the streamer wants, like I had moderators who would be the type of people who would actually like get annoyed with others for like huge donations. That was a whole other thing. Like this was long ago and I was like,
Yeah.
all right, goodbye.
Yep.
Like
See
if
ya.
you're not here for the streamers, like to support the streamer because you know, enjoy their content, you think you want to support them. Also, don't moderate because you want to have a position of power or you want to get close to the
Yeah,
streamer. That is
no,
so
1,000%.
fucked up.
Yes, yeah, 1,000%. And you know, the sad thing is too, like I've modded people like in other people's communities because I was like, okay, they must be trustworthy, like they must be, right? And it
Mhm.
was those same people that coincidentally ended up being
Yeah.
like the lunatics behind closed doors, and it's just like,
Yeah.
bro, no, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
Very hard.
when I first started streaming, I had a weird moderator that literally questioned everything I did.
Bro,
And
I
not in
can't
like
stand that.
and it was like, well, why are you calling people nerds? And I'm like, because my name's Nerdy Senpai. And like we're nerds. Well, I don't really like that.
Yes,
I don't think you should
because
call
the
them
stream
that.
revolves around you, sir.
I'm like, okay, like I don't know,
Bro,
whatever. But
no, I dealt with the same shit.
yeah, like moderator finding good moderators is tough. So like just
hard.
don't make things more difficult. Just
Be there
if
to
you're gonna
genuinely
moderate,
help support and
yeah,
listen to the
like
streamer
don't
and-
offer to moderate because you want some kind of power or you think
True.
that it makes or if you think that it makes you like the cool special person. You should moderate because you want to support the streamer, you want to help them out, you feel like, you know, you could be good at it. And you know, like don't
Don't do it with ill intent.
don't do it with ill intent and then just be there for the streamer. Like it's my stream. If I want in my stream, if I don't want people to say the word chicken and I for whatever reason I have that and I want you to delete every comment that has the word chicken in it, just freaking do it. Like,
don't say anything and just go with it. But
yeah, and if you don't want to do that,
chicken.
then yeah. But like why? But why can't it? Well, and I'm like, oh, I don't think that's stupid. If you think it's stupid, then don't moderate for somebody. Like I can understand if somebody's being an asshole and they're like, anytime somebody's in stream and doesn't donate, kick them out. Like that's ridiculous, and a moderator should like stand up to that. But when it's just like how the streamer wants stuff run,
yes,
like
it is
just
not
do it.
their it is not their stream. It is not they do not own it, right? Like at the end of the day, the streamer has their own stream, it's their own environment, it is their own business technically as well. They have the final say in everything, and that's just the way it is. Like
I kind of think of it as in like my stream's like my living room. If you're in my living room, you're in my house and stuff, and like I'm gonna set the vibe how I want it to be. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to be in my living room. You can go to someone else's living room.
Yeah.
You could leave. You can go to someone else's living room. You can be in your own living room, but don't try to change how I want things done in my living room.
But Nerdy, why you put the candle like that on the table?
Oh my god! I remember that guy who was like, "Is your stuff gonna light on fire day?" And you were like, "It's fine. Like, please."
Man.
Like, well, you shouldn't put it like that because it looks like it's a fire hazard.
Oh
like,
my god! Like, what the fuck?
I
People
don't
be
know.
Wild, and I don't even know.
They do.
Wild
Oh man.
Here. Let's see here. No self promotion. Blah blah. I think we touched on a lot of topics. Unless you have any other ideas you want to talk about.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
We'll probably do this more than once.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We'll have way more to say, but I feel like that's a good general like roundabout way of touching on a lot of things that I feel like we've both experienced and seen happen
exactly
around Twitch.
Yeah. So hopefully this provided you guys with some insight of our perspectives and other streamers' perspectives on a lot of these things.
Yeah.
And how to behave and what not to do and how to conduct
And
yourself
how to
on
just
Twitch.
and just how to be like cool and don't be weird. That's the whole point.
Don't be a weirdo. Just be cool.
Just be cool.
Don't worry about it. Just relax. Don't talk about your stream. Don't talk about your girlfriend's stream. Don't spam shit. You know, don't spoil people. Don't say, hey, nerdy. You know, like you're gonna really love this part coming up in next. Like it's gonna be really.
I know.
Good.
Yeah. Like thanks. And like and read people's rules. Everybody has rules, and nobody reads it. When you first get to a stream, read the rules. Because then you've less of a chance of violating the rules because you didn't know what they were because you actually looked at them.
Yes.
That's like, I know it's like not fun to stop and read rules. Just glance at them. It'll take 2 seconds and at least you'll have an idea.
Exactly.
Just be respectful.
Yeah, for sure. And don't beg for subscriptions either.
Right. Don't breadcrumb and be like, yeah.
Yeah. Yay. That was a fun episode.
That was fun.
Yay.
I'm excited to do more too.
Me too. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this lovely episode of Twitch Etiquette. Number 1.
Twitch.
Nerdy
Episode
day.
1. Yeah, Nerd Day.
Nerd Day in the house.
Nerd Day.
This is awesome. I love this.
I love it.
And we're so cute too, like next to each other. I love that.
We are cute, but I do need to get a better camera because I can see the disparity in the freaking quality. You're like crystal clear over there, and I'm like my like chair's disappearing and shit.